Hello everybody, welcome back. We have some update here. Lots of good things in store for us today. We have a lot to go through. Alright, first up, return of the Verge of Silence. They have made some changes. They have made all players that enter the Verge of Silence solar system anonymized, and Capsular Standing will be hidden. Meaning, you'll probably not be able to fleet up, so that's a little unfortunate. But if you get enough people communicating together, you can probably find yourself in a position to actually work together. If we can figure out who is who. But yeah, so unfortunately all players will be anonymized, and it seems like they have more systems now instead of just System 1 and System 2, but we'll see once we get in there. Alright, you will now randomly enter the target solar system for the gameplay objective. On the PvE side of things, there are 2 new sleeper mazes that have been added to secure solar systems, consisting of 10 to 12 connected rooms. Enemies include fast elite ships, special battleships with quantum entanglement, advanced elite battleships, and more. They have also added a brawl bonus in the dangerous solar systems. Effective defense has been reduced for supercarriers. Effective defense has been greatly increased for frigates, destroyers, cruisers, and battleships. Frigate flight speed has also been greatly increased. High slot module performance has been slightly improved. The effects of shield, armor, repair, and extender modules have been reduced. The effects of E-War modules have been improved. No, I just woke up not too long ago. I've got a little bit of a stuffy nose. Alright, we also have the Verge of Silence store. Hello, Azim. Hello, Legendary. How you doing today? Wartime Insurance Protocol. Pretty much this is telling us that Flex for IP is not going to be available for a little while. However, it does say here that you can exchange for IP using credits and AUR. Yes, thank you so much. How you doing today, Riley? We recommend using the new discounted method to buy IP. If you wish to use the Flex to redeem IP, please do so as soon as possible before the service closes. Alright. Lots of balance adjustments. To enrich combat enjoyment and increase ship diversity on the battlefield, we'll be rolling out upgrade updates for ships of all tonnages over the coming period. Due to the large number of ship classes, these changes will be released in phases. This phase focuses on capital ship signature bonus. Yeah, it is no loss, Riley. You can absolutely bring the Lucen in there and have a good time. Yeah, so I am probably going to pick up a lot of Flex during this time. I need to. Right, Villain class. The range bonus of the Stasis Amplifier and Warp Disruptor have been increased from 20 to 25%, and the strength bonus for the Stasis Grappler has been increased from 1% to 2%. The Grappler's slowdown mechanic is unique. This bonus stacks directly with the module's base slowdown enhancement effect. Yeah, Flex seems to be, like, really low right now. Like, good. It should have been that low a long time ago. Alright, Astarte. Bonus to Energy Nosferatu and Energy Neutralizer Strength increased from 15% to 20%. Bonus to the Stasis Grappler range increased from 10% to 20%. Karura gets a buff. Karura gets a Missile Explosion Velocity bonus from 5% to 7.5%. Bane gets a buff. Missile Explosion Radius bonus adjusted from 4% to 5%. Not huge bonuses there, but it's good enough. It'll it'll be a start to the buff. Hubris. This is actually kind of important. Fighter Squadron size penalty reduced from -6 to -4. Armor repair capacitor consumption reduction adjusted from 5% to 7.5%. Telemachus gets a buff. Lightweight ship armor repair bonus increased from 20% to 30%. It also can now fit Logi support tactical module. Alright, so Telemachus now has better healing. So previously with the Hubris, if you were trying to put the regular light fighters in, you could only fit, I think it was 3 or 5 in your bay. I think it was 3 that you could fit in the bay. But now you can fit 5 instead of 3 in each bay. I hope I made that clear. Alright. But yeah, so now Telemachus is going to have good capacitor recharge. It's going to have better armor repair bonus on its lightweight ships, the Asteros. It is also going to get more buffs to its group armor reps, so that's pretty cool. We're definitely going to be looking at trying this today. All of the Navy carriers got a bonus to armor plate and shield extenders from 40% to 50%. Chimera Navy issue. Fighter's weapon explosion velocity increased from 7.5% to 10%. Shield recharge bonus increased from 10% to 20%. That's really nice on the Chimera Navy. Mid-Harbor Navy. Shield recharge bonus from 20% to 30%. Archon Navy. Fighter optimal range increased from 7.5 to 10. Armor repair effect bonus increased from 10 to 20. Thanatos Navy. Inertial modifier adjusted -4% to -5%, meaning it'll be faster to get around. Armor repair effect increased from 20% to 30%. Fighter effective defense increased from 15 to 20. That's actually a really huge buff for the Thanatos Navy. That's a really good buff. Minakawa and Apostle. Effective drone defense bonus increased from 10% to 20%. Lif and Ninazu have a new bonus called Effective Drone Defense, 10% per level. Hello, Jenner. Welcome. Alright, module adjustment. Stasis Grappler. Range increase from 1 kilometer to 35 kilometers. Now it has a 4 optimal kilometer and 36 fall off. Base velocity decrease effect increased from 10% to 15%. That is a huge buff to the Stasis Grappler. It's going to make it way more deadly to frigates. Alright. Next up, we have a buff for the Lucent Moon. The Yongjun capital ship remote armor system reworked, added a new bonus to it. Lightweight ship armor repair effect, meaning that you can use the Esteros on the Yongjun capital, Lucent Moon. And you'll get a 125% repair effect on them. So that will be very nice. Alright. We have changes to the Voyage nanocore. Normal mode cooldown time reduced from 300 seconds to 180 seconds. Capital ship mode cooldown time reduced from 300 seconds to 240. Note this core's normal mode and capital ship mode have completely different effects. New effect when activating the special mode, afterburner and warp thruster propulsion coefficient plus 100%. Right, market adjustment. Ascendant, Telemachus, and Delirium. These 3 ships now support high-sec delivery service. Ships can be quickly delivered within Empire space to low-sec ITCs. Unfit and pack the ship, then select delivery from the ship menu in inventory. So this is how I moved my Phoenix bodyguards back in the day. I had them in Gina, and in order to trade them to a Aeon, I had to repackage them and select delivery and have them sent to a low-sec ITC. Alright. There's a new module breakthrough update. The performance breakthrough feature is now available for all top-tier modified modules, Meta 15 and above. This is going to be your X-Type, your Officer module. Each breakthrough costs 2.5 billion credits. After a breakthrough, you will gain 3 to 4 positive or negative effects with strength at level 5, and it requires a new module calibration kit to repair. Added multi-stage performance breakthrough technology. You can now perform multiple performance breakthroughs on the same advanced module. The number of breakthroughs available by meta level is 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. Meta level 11 gets 1 additional breakthrough. Meta level 15 and above has 25 that you can do it. Added a new performance breakthrough score. This score is a summary evaluation based on the adjustment magnitude of all breakthrough attributes of the module, as well as how much different attributes affect different modules, and is for reference only. If the breakthrough results in poor performance, a negative score may appear. Can use the score to quickly filter the modules they need. When a ship is destroyed, all modules will no longer be auto-stacked. If a performance broken through module is not destroyed, it will drop with its breakthrough attribute bonuses. Previously, it would drop a base module without breakthrough attributes. Optimized icon display in the fitting screen. Now only modules that have undergone a performance breakthrough will show a corner marker. Yeah, this is pretty much only for those people that are running A-types, X-types, and officer modules. Okay, you can now unanchor corporation outposts if needed. There's a lot of information there. Not going to go through it. There's also long-range delivery from the tidal corridor region, which allows you to deliver small capital ships. Yeah. Pretty much only helpful for those people who have access to it. New arrivals. Alright, we have new Assault Carrier Acceleration Supply 1 and 2. Supply contents. Accelerated Supply 1 includes Advanced Carrier Skill Chips and various progression materials. Accelerated Supply 2 includes the Advanced Assault Carrier Hangar Retrofit 3 and a large amount of Cloud AI learning code refactoring permissions. It is a return of the Voyage series Lucky Draw Crate and Assault Carrier Lucky Draw Crate. So you can get yourself the 4 Assault Carriers, not including Ascendant and Telemachus. It does not include Ascendant or Telemachus. Alright. Go to the New Eden store, recommended tab. They have introduced a nanocore for Telemachus. It is the Voyager nanocore. So it's a pretty good DPS nanocore, with the extra flight velocity of the fighters added to it. So very nice. Alright, Mega Corporation League. Playoff. Bunch of schedules. Right. Yeah, just nothing else really here. Fortizar change. Alright, fixed edition where central roaming fleets could appear at deep space points. Fixed in an abnormal category for the lightweight asterology variant. It can now use the self-repair function and display repair numbers. Fixed edition where the power grid shown on the fitting screen was lower than the actual power grid, causing some modules to go offline. Alright, so all of those are completed. We are going to get into the game, have a look around, see what is going on. Alright. Hello, Tapsoid. Welcome. How you doing tonight? Alright, I have my Telemachus here. We're gonna put some fuel in this thing. Yeah, there's things here that I really want, but I just cannot afford right now. Alright. Let's start with the store. We're gonna do bestseller, and we are on hot. So we have the Voyage nanocores here on the top for frigate, destroyer, cruiser, battlecruiser, and battleship. These ones will have a different bonus to the activation effect. So subcaps will get flight velocity bonus and immunity to stasis web of fires, whereas the capital box, which is a lucky box instead, you will be getting drone flight velocity, fighter flight velocity, or lightweight ship flight velocity. Mostly this is going to apply to the lightweight ship flight velocity. So this is the Telemachus core. I wonder if I can actually pull it up. What that looks like. Voyage, there it is. Look at that. It's got a giant laser on it. I mean, it's okay looking. I wouldn't say it's the best. Certainly alright, though. Some nice yellows and browns and whites. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. Different colors would look better. Alright, let's pull up those stats here. So you have the activatable mode, which gives you the flight velocity. You have 24% to lightweight ship missile damage. Like 24% to lightweight ship turret damage. Your first stat is going to give you scan resolution, warp speed, and capacitor. I'm pretty sure the Telemachus would do a lot better with warp speed here. Or capacitor, either one, both are very good, but I think warp speed is going to be the more popular choice for getting around high set. Alright, then you have lightweight ship flight velocity, lightweight ship shield, or lightweight ship armor. Most people are going to choose lightweight ship flight velocity. Alright, then you have your damage and application, or tracking. So this is lightweight ship missile explosion velocity, lightweight ship turret tracking, lightweight ship missile damage, lightweight ship damage. I think more people will choose the damage option over the application. Okay, then we have lightweight ship missile range, lightweight ship turret range, or ship flight velocity. I don't know. This is really just a toss-up of what you want as a player. I think me, personally, the flight velocity might be interesting, but in the same regard, I could get a lot better time on target by having a longer missile range. I don't know. There's not often that I ever need to actually just fly around in the Tele. Alright. Then you have armor amount, lightweight ship missile damage, and lightweight ship turret damage. Of course, damage again. And for the last one, you have warp stability, scan resolution, and flight velocity. Out of these three, I would just choose the warp stability. Go from the 5 that the Telemachus already has, and you can put yourself into up to like 10 warp stability. 11 if you get lucky and get these 6 points. So, yeah, I think warp stability is the one I would go with. Scan resolution is not needed. Right, so in order to pick up the Capital Wavebreaker Nanocore, you need to spend a whole lot of aura to get 60 openings to get the Wavebreaker Nanocore Op Supply. The Voyage Nanocore. So, opening it 20 times will grant you the Nanocore Large Material Chest. Opening it 40 times will grant you 70 compressed nanites, which are used to repackage nanocores back into their box form. And then opening 60 times will grant the Wavebreaker Capital Ship Nanocore Op Supply. So, let's have a look at some of those. What can drop from here? You can get a bunch of Lazarus, a bunch of skill points, a bunch of amethyst cones, compressed nanites, blue orbs, lots of blue orbs, a decent amount of nanocore upgrade materials. Looks like there's even more in the large nanocore. Chest. So, very nice. 4,000 general databanks is nice. 400 computing is also good. 80 cloud learning is actually really, really good. I go through about 400 of them when I want to reset my nanocores. Alright, nice. You have the chance of 5,000 here. That's pretty good. Alright, cool. Then we have the Assault Carrier Lucky Draw. This one you also have to open 60 times. Opening it 15 times will grant you the Lightweight Ship Op Supply. Opening it 30 times will grant you the Swarm Mothership Defense Module. And opening 60 times will grant you this Assault Carrier Op Supply. This Op Supply in particular will grant you one ship of your choice, the Anaconda, Fasago, Astarte, or Villain. I really do want the Anaconda, to be honest. And then as for lightweight ships, these are gonna be standard lightweight interceptors, or destroyers. These are actually offense destroyers. So not bad. Not bad at all. Lightweight Catalyst Offense is a nice choice for 15 boxes. That'll be really good. More Nanocore Reset stuff. I don't know. It's a decent choice. Now they said in here was supposed to be a hangar modification. I see Light Fighter Siege, or Heavy Fighter Siege, and Light Fighter Siege. But let's see if we can find... There it is. So, 3,600 AUR. You will be given 1,000 of the blue reset orbs, the Cloud AI learning codes, and a Hangar 3. So to give you an idea, you only get 3,162 with a bonus. So, I don't know if that's worth it. I really don't know if that's worth it to get a Hangar 3. That's really expensive for a Hangar 3. What I'm hoping for is that it will lower the cost of all of these. Yeah, it has. It absolutely has. These were about 300 million the other day. So now that people can buy them, they're slowly lowering the price here. The other option you have is the skill chip one, which I think this one is a good choice. I think this is actually a really good purchase, if you're going to purchase any of them. 5 million Lazarus, with all of the advanced lightweight ship skill chips. Yeah, 150 billion for Bio 3, which is crazy. Or you can pay 3,600 AUR. But yeah, I think this one's a pretty good choice. 1,800 AUR to get all of the skill chips. Some of these you might already have yourself. But you could probably just sell these on the market since they're not clone bound. So very cool. Now they are only level 1 ships, so you're not gonna get like free levels from them, unfortunately. But that's not a bad choice. I don't really see anything else new in here. Yeah, nothing really sticks out. So this is the store for the Verge of Silence event going on now. You will go in there and you can either clear PvE or sit on the PvP site. And eventually you will get enough points that you can get everything you want in here. So long as you actively try. Try not to go into the PvP site with like a small ship. People are just gonna pop you as soon as they see you. Alright. Yeah, not too much different here. all seems alright. Right, let us go ahead and check in with the Telemachus. I am looking for my Logi tactical module. So the logistics support tactical module will make me slower. It will give me a faster capacitor recharge time. It will have a lower warp stability, meaning I cannot warp. Scan resolution increased by 200%, meaning we're gonna pretty much instant lock anything we need. It's gonna have an additional logistics drone repair amount of plus 50%, remote repair effect plus 50%, and capacitor transmitter effect plus 50%. So, very nice. All for 100 gigajoules of fuel. Cool. Let us see how this affects us.
Undocking.
Alright, so we do also have our Asteros here.
Active.
They do have the self-rep option.
Receiving remote repair.
Waiting to see if the number actually pops up or not. It doesn't look like it.
Receiving remote repair.
Alright, pretty cool. So what are these doing right now? They are doing 2,500 armor rep every 4 seconds. I believe that is per drone. I'm not exactly certain on that. So we're gonna have that. I'm also gonna turn on the group rep here. Because it seems like we don't get any,
Receiving remote repair.
any actually information here. So 9,855. Let's go ahead and turn on the Logi support module. We'll see what we get. So 9,855. Now we would be at. Oh, we're still at 9,855. So Logi Support Tactical Module does not seem to be buffing the group rep. Now these guys have 3,750, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. 16 to 726, yeah, that's the same as we were before, without the Logi Tactical Module. So remember, these were at 3,750. Does that buff them? It does. So 2,500. Cool. It's not perfect, but it's definitely something. I don't know, I think personally, I don't... If the remote repair effect actually boosted, the group armor reps, then it would be a much better choice, but I think I would still rather have 3 group reps, but we're just gonna roll with this for today.
Warp drive active.
Going back to the store real quick. You do have 5 of these Wavebreaker Lucky Draw boxes
Docking
that you
request
can buy
accepted.
with ISK. Which means you would only have to buy 55 more of these, but look at the cost of that. That's ridiculous. That is actually insane. 8,250 for the new Nanocore. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff in there, so you'll end up with a lot of good stuff, but like, do I really want to do that much just to get a Nanocore that I don't really like the look of? And the same kind of goes for the Assault Carrier box. You need 60 of them, so that's going to cost you 7,200 AUR. Just to get your the Assault Carrier of your choice. Which is quite literally, like, $225 or something like that, $250, just to get your hands on an Assault Carrier of your choice. Plus the boxes and the Swarm Carrier defense module. But, I don't know. I personally will be waiting for the next Interstellar Bazaar before I get a Nanocore for the Telemachus. I just don't see the reason in me spending all that when the next Nanocore could be so much better. If it actually applies to the Telemachus. Alright, for those of you who have not been paying attention, the Battleship Op Supply is back in the CoStar Group deal. This is the one with the Ephialtes and the Antelos. Let's go ahead and go into a safe system, but let me actually swap my lightweight ships around here. Alright, so this is a frigate. You can put it in any bay you want. Look at that. That's a frigate in a destroyer bay. Woo. I'm not sure why that was so hard for people to understand. You can't put a destroyer in a frigate bay, but you can put a frigate in any destroyer bay you want. I don't know. Yes, it has always been like that. It uses the same logic that the large drone tubes use, where it's just stating the maximum size of what can go in that bay, not what it's limited to. So, the maximum size ship that you can fit in a destroyer bay is going to be a destroyer, but you can also fit a frigate. In the case of, like, drone bays, you have a large drone bay, which you can also put small and medium drones in. We've been doing that since the beginning of the game, but people still seem to misunderstand how that works. Oh, did I go up in DPS a little bit? Huh. I wonder when that happened. Alright, let's go into the safe system.
Undocking.
We're gonna try the safe system first. See how it goes. Of course, it starts with you with, like, no fuel. So if you come in here, absolutely make sure that you bring fuel with you. It will not use up your fuel.
Warp drive active.
And of course, you will always have to move your modules around. That is one of the downsides of Verge of Heat, is that you will always have... Yeah, we'll probably do some Yeet runs later today, if we can figure out how to get everybody in the same system. It looks like there's quite a few new systems available, so we'll see what happens.
Warp drive active.
Let's see if we find any of the NPCs.
Warp drive active.
It looks like it's fairly, empty, so we might not have any options here.
Warp drive active.
This is typically why I don't enjoy the PvE
Warp drive
side
active.
of the Verge of Silence. It's because there's not enough content for everybody. Once, like, it spawns, it's pretty much cleared out completely.
Warp drive active.
There we go, there's some elite battleships for us. Or cruisers.
We're under attack.
Okay, so we should be getting... We are getting 50 tokens for cruisers. Might have to lower this down just a little.
Enemy
Wave
ships
2.
detected.
So there are battle cruisers in this wave.
We're under attack.
See, they're not so bad. There's a lot more neutralization, though, going on here. It's the typical sleeper MO. So we are still getting 50 points for the battle cruisers. You can see here on the top left the points that I have accumulated. A lot of frigates here.
We're under attack.
That one gave me 100. That one gives me 100. This one gives me 100. So it looks like you get 50 for the first two waves and then 100 on the last wave. That's not too bad if you're looking to farm out this event and its rewards. Okay, what's the next one we go to? Let's just activate Gate 8.
Warp drive active.
It looks like 8 has already been cleared. We're gonna go back to 7. And see if we got to... Yep, we're mapping gates again. Azim's already on it, I think.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so we're gonna go into Gate 9 this time, since Gate 8 led right back to Gate 7.
Warp drive active.
Alright. There we go! Another group of enemies for us to kill.
We're under attack.
I do like how fast the Telemachus is to get around. It's so good. Other carriers would be struggling to move around here. See, we're already up to 1,550 points.
We're under attack.
Man, these lightweight ships make easy work of the sleepers. I think this is what I'll do with T10 Day 1, is I'll have him run through a few labyrinths with his lightweight Succubus.
Enemy ships detected.
Hey, now we got some other kinds of battle cruisers in here. This is a whole wave of just battle cruisers, it seems.
We're under
We are
attack.
getting 100 points for each kill on the last wave. But yeah, if we have a map from Azim, I will make that public to anybody. Why did I just see a repair number? Hold up. Why am I seeing repair numbers? Is that my drones repairing themselves? What? What is going on here? Or is that like the system... some kind of system buff? I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and go into gate 10. That's weird, I've never seen that before. Where it just randomly pops up a bunch of, like, healing numbers. Because that... I don't think that was my fighter's, healing. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out in a bit.
Warp drive active.
Okay, we have some more frigates. This one does state, location 10 is Termina Mothership. I assume that means we're gonna have, like, a carrier or some kind of capital in here on the last wave.
Enemy ships detected.
Okay, there is a battleship in this one.
We're under attack.
He is a web battleship. Not that it matters. Lightweight ships will make very quick work of him. Still only get 100 tokens, though. Oh. Nothing? Okay. No wave 3, I guess. Right, we're gonna check the other route here. See if we can figure out, where we've been.
Warp drive active.
Okay, looks like it despawned. Lots of mining belts here. If somebody was looking to do, like, mining. Lots of good stuff here. Now, I don't know how often these safe systems will spawn. We still have our combat timer, so we're waiting on that in order to exit. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, if I knew how quickly one of these labyrinths would show up again, I would probably wait for it. But fastest way is just gonna be to quit and go into another one.
Docking request accepted.
So during that time, we were able to get, oh good, there's a lot of, like, points and stuff here. We were able to get quite a few points, so 3,550. Which would get us at least one of the more expensive items, other than the celebration core for the destroyers. Not really sure what I care most about here. I think loyalty points is a great choice. 200,000 loyalty points. Very nice. So I need 5,000 points for that. Cool. Okay, see if we can get into another
Undocking.
safe system that is empty. Oh, there's one other guy here. And you can see here we did not use any fuel. This is a lossless event. In the safe system, it is masked. You can see
Warp
here
drive
I
active.
cannot invite this. Oh good, nobody's been to this one yet. Awesome.
We're under attack.
Now, I don't know if you could theoretically, like, yeah, no, so you're not able to invite people to fleet up.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
Okay, so we had room 1, which brought us to room 2, or the entrance which brought us to room 2, with 1 gate.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I have no idea what the max per day is. Unfortunately, you're not able to fleet up. Alright. We're gonna choose to go to left 3 or right 3. I kind of want to go right 3 this time, because I went left 3 last time.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
It's pretty relaxing for the most part. Just sit here and farm. Very nice.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
I have no idea how bad the PvP systems are right now. Because you're not able to fleet up with people, and it seems like there's gonna be a lot more, systems available. So you could be a lot more difficult to find each other. Right 4. Let's see where this goes.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
Interesting. So now we've got the option of right 4 and right 6. Or right 5 and right 6. Right now we are in right 4.
Enemy ships
Okay, so
detected.
we've got a little bit of confirmation that the maximum amount of points you can
We're
earn
under attack.
per day is 10,000 points. That's a little unfortunate.
Enemy ships detected.
Oh well. I'm just gonna enjoy my time
We're
with...
under attack.
I'm just gonna enjoy my time with what points that we've got, and if we need to... Yeah, you should do the event for the nanocore box. Absolutely. It is the freest event you're gonna get a nanocore for. Do it. You can do the PvE side of things, or the PvP side of things. Yeah, Jenny, you found it. You found a new one. I've got to, show off the new stuff here. Alright, we are gonna go for 5.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
I've been using a iPhone SE, but most of the time I just play with my emulator. I enjoy the larger screen and everything. So we've only got about 5,000 points to go before we are maxed out. Okay, so we went into 5 right, which brings us back to 4 right. Which means we can go back into 6 right this time. Instead of... Right? We are in 5, right? Yeah, so we're in 5. We need to go back and go to 6.
Warp drive active.
Yep. PvE does seem to get a lot more points a lot faster as long as you get one of these labyrinths to yourself. Alright, so we're gonna go 6.
Warp drive active.
There we are. So 6 brought us to 7. I don't think this thing is actually working properly. I don't know. It seems weird. Yeah, Salamander and Nightcrow both are very, very good
Enemy ships
destroyers.
detected. We're under attack.
Yes, the new nanocore does work on the special destroyers. That is absolutely correct. Go to 7 now. And before we see 10, we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to hit all of the left sides. And see how that goes.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it's a good time. So far, there's nothing really, like, crazy in here. A battleship would have some trouble, I think.
We're under attack.
But, like, any general carrier will be okay. Alright, so we know how this one works. If we go to 9, it will bring us back here. And I don't remember there being any, combat. Yeah, you should be more than fine, Riley. Like I said, it is a lossless event, meaning that if you do die, you lose nothing. It's just, puts you back in the hangar, and you can go back in.
Enemy ships detected.
So
We're
give it a
under
go.
attack.
Just in case, I do want to check 9 to see if there was combat there. But then it'll bring us back here and we can go to 8. Which should drop us
We're under attack.
in room 9 with the chance of going to 10, but we're not going to go to 10 right now. I just left and came back to find another anomaly. It's a lot quicker if you just exit and re-enter.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so 9 brought us to acceleration gate 10 this time.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Do it. Do it, Riley. Jump in and enjoy the, event.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Alright. Maybe we'll just jump into 10 anyway. Now, let's go back to the beginning of the, labyrinth. And we'll hit the left side.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Alright, so this time we're heading to the left side.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
Yeah. Imagine if next week we have like an Interstellar Bazaar. Oh god. They're doing their best, I can tell you that. Hey, I think we're gonna end up maxing out our points, pretty soon here.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, I really did not expect them to add the hangers to the store, the skill chips, the lucky boxes. Like, oh god. That was a lot they added for very much expensive amount. I literally will probably have to wait until a Interstellar Bazaar comes around.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled. Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, so it does seem like,
We're under attack.
just from what I'm seeing here, you can go through the left side of the labyrinth up until you hit gate 10. Go back to the beginning and clear out the right side of the labyrinth. And you'll get a lot of points. Oh. You'll notice I've stopped gaining points. I'm at 9,000 and it has stopped.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Let me see if I can move this real quick. We're at 9,000 points. And we are not gaining any more.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
Why is your finger itching? You just want to throw your marshal into the PvP zone. Do it. Do it! It's lossless. What do you have to lose? You learn how weak your marshal is against the super carrier? I mean, that's all you got left to lose.
Enemy ships detected.
You know, that actually isn't too bad for trying to farm out, like,
Warp
points
drive
for this
active.
event. Just coming out here to the PvE zone and clearing out 2 of these, labyrinths was enough.
We're under attack.
I do like that there is actually a sort of choice to gaining points easily. Yep. Limited to 9,000 points a day. Shoot, you might be able to get that much from just one completely untouched
We're under attack.
encounter. Yep, nothing too crazy.
Warp drive active.
Are you gonna use it as a defense integration or a EM integration? Because it doesn't have an activatable mode, if I remember correctly. Gonna use it as a defense integration? Nice.
Warp drive active.
Okay, it looks like when you get toward the end of the labyrinth, it all converges onto like 2 or 3 gates.
Warp drive active.
Hey, this should be the last room.
We're
It
under
is
attack.
Terminal Mothership.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, I do think Star Melody is probably going to be the better choice for clearing things out and having better bounty ticks. Right, and I believe that has cleared everything out. Very cool.
Warp drive active.
Hey, yep. Site despawns after you clear room 10. So that is absolutely how that functions. That's pretty cool. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, because I spent 1,000 points. Yeah, so 10,000 is max. 10,000 is max. I spent 1,000 points already. Alright. I think once this timer ends, we're gonna jump back over, I'll swap over to my super carrier, and I'll check out the nerfs to the super carriers, along with, what's going on in the PvP realm. Yeah, so I was able to
Request
do
accepted.
2, I was able to do 2 of the of the new Verge of Silence events and pretty much max out my points. Let's go have a look at the super carrier stuff that's going on. I need to check the fuel tank here. I have nothing in my fuel tank, so I do need to fill that up. Oh boy. It's not a whole lot. We also need to swap over to our usual full tank setup. And I'm just gonna check my EHP here in a minute. Cool. So this is how we're gonna be running. Oh, I also have that. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's better.
Docking request accepted.
Let us jump into the PvP side of things. Even though we are maxed out on stats for this, or on points for this, let's go ahead. Okay, there are 3 locations that we can go to. Should say we have no idea who is here. Yep, 1000067. So yeah, I think there's definitely gonna be more than just one PvP or 2 PvP locations. Let's have a look at some of these nerfs here. Due to the high-density cosmic dust, the effectiveness of repair modules are reduced by 75%. Ship resistance weakened. Due to high-density cosmic dust, all ship resistances are reduced by 20%.
Warp drive active.
Weapon performance increased for high-slot weapons. Defense and extender nerf, minus 50% to their effectiveness. Supercarrier EHP reduced by 50%. Electronic warfare strength increased by 20%. Battleship EHP increased by 50%. And frigates, cruisers, destroyers have an effective defense increase of 300%. And a frigate speed of 50%. Very interesting. Gonna land on this guy. Alright, so you can see as we sit here... Oh, I just got bumped. As we sit here, it will build up this little gauge, and if we go outside of range, it will disconnect us from it. God dang, I got bounced hard. It's typically why you don't land on these things at 0. It's usually better to just land on them at like 5 or 10 kilometers. Generally. Well, it'll be faster for me to warp somewhere else. So note that I only have a maximum shield amount of 4 million. That is quite interesting. Of course, you are able to lock onto players. This will probably send him running, but... This will also get you points if you go and kill a player. Of course, I am maxed out on points for today, but that is how this works. I might go check the other locations here. There's one scan post there. There's another one there. I'll try. See if I can find someone else to shoot at.
Warp drive active.
See what's on this one. Oh, there's a couple of dreads here. That's cool. Or a dread and a carrier. Might get bumped again. Yep, there we go. I got bumped. He's using his damage control. Pretty sure I won't be able to kill these guys. Not solo. Especially with as low DPS as I have at 90-something thousand. He warps in at 100 kilometers. Yeah, he's got a fast Morzio. Fun to play around with those guys and see what they're doing. You never fight now. I might just test a little bit of DPS against, like, the Val Raven here. I don't think I'll kill it, though. Oh no, it's a Naglfar bodyguard, not a Val.
We're being warp scrambled.
Just see when he heals. See what Seaways he's running. Should be versatile. Yeah, it is. That Seaways is definitely doing some work. Of course, I don't have my, cover module active right now. Man, it does take a while to fill up Starbreak, doesn't it? Especially at 92 especially at 92,000 DPS. It takes a long while. Ooh, you might try to do a solo showdown? That'll be interesting. Here we are, finally into the armor of the Anaconda. The Anaconda has been eliminated. Don't really need this. And we actually should have enough to where the Sea Whiz actually works in our favor. He won't be nearly attacking me, but he will be attacking the drones. At some point we will have to pull them back, I think, just to offset his, or reset his stuff. Yep. Just like that. And that should reset his Sea-Wiz to regular stats, giving me more time to actually deal with him. Let's see what he does with this. I know I'm not like a heavy DPS person, but we'll see what he does. Yep, it does reset the Sea-Wiz. So you just gotta kinda time it out to see how long it's gonna take for it to ramp up, or if you can't quite keep up with it, and then pull the fighters back. Get an extra 20% DPS here, just to get through that shield. It's probably the only time I get to go out and actually, like, attack you guys with this thing. So I'm gonna do it. And you guys can attack me too. Alright. Cool.
Warp drive active.
Alright, let's see what's on this last scanner post here. Looks like nothing so far. Oh no, there's a couple of things here. There's a super carrier and a... actually, quite a few things here. Got a bunch of us attacking the same thing here. You just like instant nuke to that guy. That's hilarious. Just pulling it back for the bombard. I have a feeling. Yeah, there it goes.
We're under attack.
Oh, I guess we're gonna attack each other, okay? Wyverns typically don't like to shoot wyverns. We don't have enough DPS to kill each other. We probably could if we went full DPS on each other, but like eventually it just wouldn't work out. He would probably have a better chance since he's got Bombard to maybe burst through the tank, but I also have a damage control that I can offset with. I don't know. A lot of things going on with this PvP area. And this is why wyverns are supreme in everything. We know we can't do anything, and so it is the ultimate peace treaty. If you can't do things to me and I can't do things to you, then we're gonna sit here on this point together, doing nothing. You don't get that from any other super carrier. Only wyverns. Anyways, when this is done, I'm gonna head back to the hangar, and I will call it a day. As we go through the day, I may join my corporation for various yeet fleets. So you might see me with some others. If we can end up in the same location. But it's always a good time. Like I said, this is a lossless event, so make sure you have fuel in your fuel bays if you are a capital ship. This is what I'm talking about here. Just make sure you have some fuel in your fuel bay. Heck, I've even got ammo in my ammo bay. But yeah, this is just normal Verge of Silence. Go in, kill things, have fun, see what you can do as a player, see what the limits of your tank are, without losing anything. Alright. Should be coming up on the end here. Thank you all so much for joining me
Docking
today,
request accepted.
and I will see you on the next one. Take care, and be safe.